It wouldn't matter to me if you did do violence on somebody. I ain't scared of shit.
JD. Mercenary, soldier of fortune. He's more than a man. He's a walking death machine.
Thunder.
Black belt, primed for action with one blow. The death blow. Only 2 words describe the power and fury of this unstoppable team.
Stack of Dimes.
Join them as they band together with the incredible power of
Stack of Dimes.
Untamed and unleashed to kill.
This is Stack of Dimes.
Stack of Dimes. We are the podcast. It's apparently still a show. I'm on the goddamn thing. I didn't realize it was still going.
That's rich.
I'm on it right now. Case closed.
Yeah.
Listen, it's a what is it? An axiom. It's like a thing that's true. You don't need to prove it. I'm on it. Right
Yeah.
now.
Shit. Yes. Oh, welcome.
Yeah.
All I said was
it's
I
been a
haven't.
minute. Dude, literally my life is I go to work, I get home, I am such a goddamn like some sort of not after school special, but like some sort of like whatever cliche. And you know the dad in every like Spielberg movie who just sort of like he's kind of in the background. Like they kind of make fun of it in Stranger Things if you watch that show. He's just always sort of like reading the paper off in the background. That is my life. I get home from work. I usually the family's already eaten. I'm like playing catch up.
You can just stop because you're just basically have turned into your dad.
Yeah.
Because I mean, whenever I came over to your house and your dad was there, he was reading a newspaper in the background somewhere.
Yeah.
And he would say,
well, I don't even do that. I get home, cram in like 90 minutes of like hanging out with my kids and trying to get in bed. And then they fight that. And then we're to this point right now, it's like 9 p.m. And I'm like, well, I got another like 30 to 60 minutes to like try to either squeeze in a workout or get whatever work I didn't get done today. And I go to bed and I just repeat. That's my life. That's it. Yeah. It's just like, yeah, there's not a lot of room for podcasting, so I apologize for that to the audience and to you and to God and Jesus.
I mean, really, the only thing that you know that doesn't happen when you're not a part of it, and this isn't a thing anymore, was you used to run the goddamn sound bites like you'd play it like a goddamn Stradivarius, I think some reviewer said once. And yeah, so really, when you're gone...
What was funny is I was like a Mozart. I could hear a soundboard once and then just go into it and just do it by, like, I would just do it from memory.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, that doesn't even make sense on a soundboard, by the way. I don't even know what, like...
You're like,
I don't even know where the positions are. I'm just sensing where the sounds are based on the moment. Yeah. And it would just like go. It was just like... You're like goddamn... My muscles were just going.
You're goddamn Mutt Lang. You get Mutt Lang in the studio, dude. It doesn't matter what the studio is. He just instinctually knows how to use it.
Yeah. It's just like I was like watching myself in third person, just like work the soundboards.
Yeah, it's an out of body experience while you're doing it. Yeah, but when you're gone,
it's just a thing of beauty. I haven't reached that point. It's chasing the dragon, man. You hit it once, you can't.
You can't get back to it.
You get that peak athlete performance. It's really hard to recapture.
The rush of it is just like you're just trying to get back there. Yeah, but
in the zone.
You know, when you're gone, Jeff's gone, Al's gone, Terry Silver's gone. So like my friend, when you're not on the show, the whole cast is not here. But that's been years ago. That's been years now. But no, I said before we started, I said I don't even know what to talk about, but maybe we just do a general complaint show since I'm just like I think maybe it is like you hit like 45 and then you just have the right to be an angry old man at that point. And I told myself early on in life I would never get there, but I just want to give in. I just want to give in to the dark side sometimes. You know what I mean? I just want to be like, I'm done. Like,
no, man. I had a moment. I can't remember. Was I telling you this or somebody else? Like, so I think we talked about this on the podcast before. I broke my wrist in August.
Yeah,
that's
right.
7 months ago or something, right? And I will still routinely, it literally happened tonight, the amount was different, but like I get home, I open up the mail, I open up something, it's a company I've never heard of before, there's no description of like what this thing is, like it's a bill, it's a company I've never heard of, there's no description on the bill of what it's for, the name is vaguely medical sounding, and the amount is like $1,000.
Sure.
And I look at it and I go, yeah, seems right. I
Yep.
guess I just pay that. I'll just do it on my phone right now. But that is like the epitome of adulthood.
Yep.
Like you have some medical thing. There's some like somewhere in some bureaucratic hell of like billing companies. It's gone down to like medical oasis OTA 1, and you're like, yeah, that sounds like a thing. I guess. Who am I going to argue?
Well, and it's
I've never heard of this before. Sure, I'll give them $1,000.
it's so
Literally opened one tonight. It was like another $100 from back in August. Like, okay, I don't know why this is coming through now, but sure, have another $100.
I know, of all the things that actually works, it's that shit. Because like if you've ever gone to an emergency room visit or anything like that, you go in, you come out, you're like, okay, well, that was pretty easy. They didn't. I mean, I guess they'll send me something. Maybe I don't know. I guess, and then
they'll send you.
They'll
something.
send you shit, and it'll just be like you'll think like, well, that wasn't too bad, and then another one, and then another one. You're like,
yeah,
who of the things they can actually get right behind the scenes, it's stuff like that, right? Like, they'll make sure they get your money on some shit like that. That's, anything else where they have to help you get some money or something in return. Good luck with that shit.
Yeah, it's crazy though. But I feel like just in general, whether it's a medical bill or something else, like most of like adulthood, especially in your 40s, is opening mail and going like, oh, I guess I owe them $1,000. I don't know. Sure, okay. It used to be like when you open one of those in your 20s, you're like, fuck, what am I going to do? It's just like your mind's racing.
Yeah.
You're like, this is bullshit. And like you would talk about it for weeks or whatever with all your buddies. Like, you won't believe what happened.
Yeah.
And now I just sort of just like, I shrug and pull my phone out and like pull up the little QR code and pay it there. And then I'm like Cool Hand Luke, and I've dug the hole and filled it back up so many times. I'm just like, okay, boss, I'm just going to dig the hole again. I'm going to fill it back up.
Oh, yeah. I just got back from the gym before I got into the little studio here to record, and I don't know why I do it. I just don't know why I do it.
The game.
I don't know why I do it. I just basically want to drop kick everybody I walk by in there for some multitude of reasons. Like, this jackass is just, he's walking around in jeans and a button-up shirt and just wandering around the gym. And he's wandering in front of me while I'm trying to go down the stairs. And he's apparently working out right now. He's just got foot-sucking fucking Lee dungarees on with the braided belt, and he's just working out, I guess.
You gotta look good. But I think, I fell off that gym thing. I don't know what your gym's like. I think it was like around the time I had something for a while, and then we had our first kid, and we moved to Boston for a bit. And I was like, we're in this apartment complex, didn't have like a workout thing. I was like, maybe I'll do this gym. And then it was like near our place. Even like the whole sign up process was like ridiculous. I don't know. It's like
that happened so long ago. That happened so long ago for me. I couldn't tell you what a modern day process is anymore.
The second thing that like turned me off, it was like, and I remember like coworkers like, oh yeah, well you got to get like, I can't remember how she phrased. This is 10 years ago, so I'll totally paraphrase. But it was basically she like, oh, you're going to join the fashion show. I was like, what? Yes. And she's like, oh, you got to like, it's a total scene in there.
That is so funny.
And I would like, my workout gear is like old, like I'm the guy like, oh, that's a good workout shirt. Like the old ratty t-shirt that has a hole in it and like whatever, the shorts that have like, I painted in and they have some paint on the side or whatever. Like, I'm not there to like, but she's like, oh yeah, there's a whole like, everybody there is like dressed to the nines, like in all their like crazy expense. I was like, oh yeah, I'm not signing up for that. And that's like when I fell off the whole like working out with other people train.
Well, the thing for me is it's like a whole mental thing. It's like if I get there and I do it, I feel way better about myself. And if I go home and I do some sort of thing, it's like, okay, look, I did that. I got on this bike, or I've got this sort of heavy bag in my garage. I feel fine. But like if I go and actually. I think there's something mental about it where I feel like, wow, I did way more because I actually went to the gym and did it. But that was the other place I was going to, and I know we've talked about it a million times on here, but Jesus Christ, if it's not a fashion show, then it's like I work out at a strip club now. This is great. This is great. I get on a treadmill, and no matter where I avert my eyes, it's a butt. It's like, oh, you're doing thrusts, and your mons venus is just popping right here, and it's like, and it's everywhere I turn. It's everywhere I turn, and I just think to myself, if I was wearing that thing with that going up my ass, it would be permanently stained. It would look like constantly look like coffee or butter. You know. Shift which day that my
butter. I think that's a bullet coffee, isn't that a bullet coffee where they put butter in the coffee?
Yeah, exactly.
It's a bullet coffee, yeah.
But depending on what day it is, because my LG brand new washer is fucking can barely get anything out, so it's like I'm sure they would just be permanently stained. Like if I was to, I mean, could you imagine that you have a piece of fabric pulled up your ass crack as deep as it can go, and every time you wear it, you're just sweating in it? Like what is happening?
I don't know. I don't go to those places. I sit in my basement. We have low ceilings in there, so if I have to do anything above my head, I have to like position myself so I don't like smack my hand into like the ducting or like a floor joist. But I have it all sorted out. I got it all figured out. Yeah. And then I can be in there and like watch my YouTube and do whatever. And it's like, I don't know. I there's no way I would work out if it meant like actually leaving the house. I don't think I could do it. Yeah, it's a thing I do on my way home from work. No, I get it. Yeah, I could maybe go do it if I was doing some sort of like, I don't know, you're gonna go play tennis or something like that, and there's like something like physically I couldn't do at home.
Are you gonna go blow a knee out? That's what you're gonna do? Oh, that's cool.
I know a lot of people get hurt playing tennis. That's why everybody goes to pickleball.
I was gonna say and even pickleball. I watch that shit and I think, ooh.
There's a lot of sudden stops. I don't like those. I don't like the looks of those sudden stops.
It's really. I mean, I am one new thing away from blowing out my knees. It's because it's going to be like, hey, do this thing here. Let's just try this thing. I'll go with some. I don't do it anymore. If someone wants to do something brand new, like a physical movement that my body doesn't do, I can kickbox, I can box, and I can jog/run a little bit. But outside of that, I think if I try anything that's a different motion to my body right now at this age, it would not be good.
I don't think I could because my 7-year-old was doing karate for a bit. Now she stopped. Now she's doing tennis because she the wife's doing tennis, and she wanted to be like mom. She might go back to karate though. It's just like, I don't know. We're just gonna let her like whatever you want to do. Just like go explore these things. But when she was doing karate, it was like, oh, show me what you're doing, and like I was like like she would do something and like, okay, teach me what you're doing, and I would like try to do anything that was a kick like above my shin. I was like, I'm going to slip and fall and just like crack my hip.
Yeah.
Like this is like, I do not have like, not that I was like very flexible at all at the time, but whatever I had is long gone.
Yeah.
Long gone.
Yeah. I mean, it's just a minor miracle that I can do any of that. It's just because
Can you do a high kick still? Can you do a roundhouse kick to somebody's like head?
No problem.
Really?
No problem. And
that's impressive,
I mean,
dude.
I shouldn't say no problem. I can. There probably would be problems. Like if I actually tried it on a human, it would be weird. But I can throw it on like a heavy bag, like without.
Really? I don't think I could do it.
Got to modify it though. There's certain like I can't turn my hip over the way I used to, or I can't with my left. I got to throw it this way. You do things to compensate, but I can still do it. I'm okay. I'm not going to say like it's amazing anymore, but I think it's just because I continued doing it. Like I've never had
that's what I'm saying. Like once you lose that, like, I mean, I could probably get back there, but it would take a long time. Yeah.
It's, and I would only do it. I think I told you during the pandemic when I got this other like heavy bag thing in my garage, I'd never throw a kick in there. No way.
Yeah.
That slick concrete. And then if I fell, it would be, broken arm, broken. Yeah. It's a nightmare. So, I mean, I'll do it at the kickboxing gym proper because I'm on wrestling mats,
Yeah.
So, but I'll tell you what, dude, in the winter, this place the new place that we have, and even the old place, it's just a fucking warehouse or whatever.
Yeah.
But if they don't turn on that goddamn that giant Resner heater, every one of these places has one of those things.
Yeah.
If they don't turn it on or they don't turn it on before people are in there, it will be cold and all the body heat and the condensation will just stick on the mats, and it's a fucking ice rink, dude.
Oh, really?
I'm the old guy in there now, so I'm always yelling at the kids. I'm like, turn the goddamn heater on. You should have had it on before I got here. What the hell is going on? And I'm not kidding. And then there's one old guy who teaches a class, or older guy. I'm like, dude, I always I fist bump him. Like, you got that heater on? He goes, yeah. These kids, they don't get it, man. I'm like, I know. Like, it was like the mats are completely dry because I didn't have cold mats when they started working out. And I was like, God bless, dude.
Well, a lot of times I work out up in a cabin up in the mountains, where I'm like chopping wood and then like hanging over like a railing, like on a second story, doing like some sort of like weird sit up.
You're lifting people in a wheel
for your knees
in a wheelbarrow carriage, and you're like, oh, it's super heavy. It's like, no, it's not. That's a goddamn lever. That's a lever. What are you doing? That's not like doing a bench press. What's going on here? That's ridiculous. Yeah.
How do you think he got down from that mountain that he runs off the road and to ditch the KGB? And getting up is not the hard part. Getting down, you're screwed, man.
Oh my God.
Like, you're not equipped for that.
No.
Yeah.
You're like coming back down on this like
crazy
powder snow and shit. Like,
yeah.
What the fuck?
You're going to cause an avalanche, buddy. People have no idea what we're talking about. If they do, they get it. They know. But if they don't, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's not for you.
Not for you. Turn the show off.
I started doing. I got those like those little adjustable like dumbbell weights. So now I literally this is how like because before I was just like I got a couple of things from like a client. I guess I could say, I don't know, whatever. I got a couple of pieces of like free exercise equipment. I won't say like the brand and stuff,
right?
But one's like kind of this like kind of funky elliptical thing that's not like a Stairmaster and elliptical like merged and had a child, and another's just like an exercise bike. So I kind of just alternate whatever one I'm feeling like. But I was like, I'll get some like especially with my wrist broken. It's like, oh, there's some stuff I can do to help with that. So I was like, I'll get those little adjustable like barbell weights, the little small ones.
Yeah, I've been curious about those deals.
Like, I got like just a cheap pair like for Christmas, but I don't think it's not like I need an expensive pair. It's like they're weights.
Yeah,
what's the difference?
And really, how heavy can you go with like?
For me, not very.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. It's like I'm with you. Like
my job includes people paying me to touch a computer. So like the amount of physical activity I can do with a weight is pretty minimal. But I got these things, and I was like, well, what the fuck do I do with these things? Like, and so then I just was like Googling around, and like, I love the article I found. I didn't realize what it was from. And then later I was like, oh, this is from like, it's like a workout that was like posted on like Good Morning America, like 30 days to a beach bod. I started doing it, and I was like, what is this site? And I was like, oh shit, I'm doing like a Good Morning America 30 days to bikini dumbbell workout for 30 days. I was like, you know what?
How's your tries, bro?
It's not bad.
Yeah,
it's worked out for me. It's how I'm getting going. Oh, did I tap something? Am I still working?
Yeah, you're still working.
The app. Okay,
you're still fine.
Weird.
Yeah, it's the same. I still go to that body pump thing when I can, but the pandemic has kind of wiped out any sort of like. There's no reasonable time for me to go. There's like one day a week where I can make it if I really hustle out of work. But the thing I've noticed about all the years of doing that, like my weights never get any higher, and that's like there's no way that you can.
You just plateaued.
I'm just plateaued, and every time I go, there's been so much time in between the last time that I'm like, oh, and now like even the weights where I was like, oh, I used to use this one all the time, and I'm talking like 10 pounds. For the barbell. I don't know, 10 pounds is about as far as I'll go on that shit, because I always like think, oh yeah, I remember I used to do the 10 pounds, and I get back in there and it's just, you're doing just bullshit. Like we're going to do flies and we're going to do presses or whatever. And you're just holding this thing in the air and like doing, motions with it. And I'm just like, I can't do anymore. Like what it's like, have I atrophied? What is going on here? It's sad, dude. It is sad. It is so sad.
Yes, you have atrophied. Yes. Yeah. The answer you're looking for is 100% yes.
Yes. Push-ups. My God. My torso must weigh 95% of what my body is, which would make sense. But like, they're like, if you want to do push-ups from your knees, You can also do it from your toes. I don't even attempt to shit from my toes anymore.
Oh, really? That's the one thing I could do, and I probably can't do it now. But before I broke my wrist, I was doing like a lot of push-ups because that was just kind of the thing. Like, yeah, and I got pretty good. Like, I could crank out a lot of those. Right now, I probably can't. Cause
you were
it's like,
you were doing one of those challenges for a little bit, right? Like way back when.
I was. Yeah, I mean, I had a year. I don't want to get like this. Like, I feel like, hey, do you CrossFit, bro?
No, I know.
I just
but
was doing like I had a year. I was like trying to do like 100 a day and stuff like that. So, but it didn't really. At some point though, there's really you see a little like it's like any of these things. You just sort of plateau and you're like, I could do 200 a day and it really wouldn't make a difference at this juncture, right? It just like I'm not like, wow, like what's 100 push-ups a day going to do? You're going to be like, there's you always read these things, the best exercise you can do, a push-up, whatever.
You do that,
but at some point you're just like, yeah, I look a little different. That's about it.
Yeah.
Like, there's no, there's like,
yeah, I definitely have given up on that.
The difference between me doing 100 push-ups a day and not is like, it would be like one of the highlights magazines, like spot the difference. Yeah. Like, I can't do it, man. I can't spot the difference.
It's so true, dude. No, I just feel
like the Alex Jones where he's just like red.
Oh yeah, where
photo.
He's like, yeah, look at me after. Yeah, he's just bright red. Yeah. No, I mean, there's just something about like the fact that I can't like do many push-ups where it's like it's just like that's an eye opener, right? Like I'm like I don't
tough,
know. It's like
but it's like it's one of those things. Once you like can do whatever 25, you can probably do 100. It's not that much of a difference. It seems like after a while, and then like once you can do it, it's like any of those things. You just like get a muscle memory for it. It's like you doing the high kick thing. Like there's no way I can do that, and you're like, oh, I can do that. Anyways, God damn it, enough about working out.
No, I know. One more thing. Like the other thing that I want to be angry about is. When I need to shit anymore is just my body now just does it in the most unopportune times. They're just like
you're like my dog who will literally like now just like stop in the middle of the road and I'm like, you can't shit here. I'm like trying to pull her over to like the curb or like the grass. It's like there's cars coming. She's like, nope, happening. It'll happen now, like where I will leave work, I'm going to kickboxing and I'm like, okay, everything's good. Cool. All right. And then I get 10 minutes away from kickboxing and I'm like, Jesus Christ. And there is no, like, I can't just like, oh, I'll just do kickboxing with, while I'm prairie dogging. Like, like that's just not going to. And as you can imagine, the turlets at these gyms, and you remember what the turlets were like at the old gym. Like I'm talking. It's a warehouse.
It's a warehouse. And if you go in there, there's no hiding what you're doing. Because it's like, like that guy's been in there a while, and then like you come out and you try to just be like, because especially with this place, it's right there. So the door opens up and everyone's standing there doing like shadow boxing or whatever, and I'm like, just crap. I'm gonna close the door, but not all the way because I don't need this getting out. It's awful, dude. It is awful. And if someone else comes in, it's just brutal, dude. It's awful.
Do you get the door handle? Yeah, somebody's in here.
Yeah, no, you can't. I mean, it's. There's still a urinal there for them to use. It's different than the other one.
Oh, it's like a full. Like, I always remember. Like I feel like the one in the old place was just
a toilet.
Yeah, it was just like it was just a room that opened right out into the middle of everything.
No. I haven't had to do this yet, but I would just be straight up. If I heard the door open for someone to take a pee, I would just say, I wouldn't do that, dude. I mean, that's what I would say.
Just walk away.
I mean, at the very least,
walk away.
Hey guys, I think Lord Humongous is in the bathroom. I don't know what's going on in there. At least there's like a ladies' bathroom there at this, I mean, the other one had a ladies' bathroom after a while, but like, no, I don't actually, that's not true.
I don't know if it did.
No, it's not true. They did. After a while they did. I know they did. They had like a ladies' locker room, but this one, like, and that's the other thing. Even if you're at a 24-hour fitness or something, the last place you want to go is in that locker room ever. It is just an awful place. I can't. It's just
I haven't been to one of these places. Well, the only time I actually went to a gym, like the most I went, it was like around the corner from my apartment. So
it was probably some nice place too. You probably went to like the Seattle Athletic Club or some shit too. I'm going with the commoners, like at 24-hour fitness.
Well, the one I did go to was like I think it was Seattle Athletic Club or something like that. That was like in Northgate, but it was
they probably have bidets and fucking.
I don't know.
warmers.
It was like I remember it being like really cheap at the time, like $30 a month or something like that. I was like, wow, like this. I thought this was supposed to be. It was like that gym was really small though. No, it was like some Queen Anne Athletic Club was around the corner from my apartment back in the day. It's probably not even there anymore. It's probably a bunch of condos now.
That's probably true. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you go into this locker room in any of these, and I've gone from Gold's Gym to LA Fitness to fucking 24 Hour. They all smell the same. I don't know what the smell is. It's general butt sweat, poop, pee, and BO. And why put any sort of carpet in there? Are you guys crazy? What are you doing?
I was going to say that, I would. There's got to be some bleach smell in there too.
Oh yeah, there's some chemical,
crazy strong chemical. Yeah,
it's just dank, and the air just seems like no matter what sort of ventilation or what shit they're using, they cannot suck it out of there fast enough. And it can't keep up. It is awful. And same deal. Like if I'm going there and I'm like, I did it today. I'm like, just to say it. I did it today. I walked in, I had shit, and I said, you know what? I refuse. And I ran 3 miles on the treadmill needing to take a shit.
Well, that's actually good because you're carrying that extra weight, so you probably burn some more calories.
That's true. I'll tell you what, though,
it's like wearing a weight belt or like a weight backpack.
Right. I did it. I had a good time today. It's like the last couple of times I've ran, I'm like I was focused. I was like I need to get out of here and get. Oh
yeah, you're like get it done quicker. Yeah, the faster I'm run.
I'm just angry looking at all the all the sights around me, and I just stared straight ahead and just got my work done.
What's your wardrobe then? Like back to the fashion show, do you go have you upped your workout wardrobe game, or do you F it? I'm gonna wear my Big Johnson t-shirt from high school.
It's not a Big Johnson t-shirt. It's just I do have some various. Just regular workout T-shirts that are just like, some various UFC or boxing adjacent bullshit on and then just like running shorts or basketball style, more not basketball shorts, but because I don't like them going over my knees. I don't like that shit. I'm not like the Bulls in the 90s or anything like that. But
right,
and it's definitely not fashionable, I would say.
Right,
it's old guy. It's like a T-shirt and shorts.
Yeah, you're like your normcore. Is that they still say?
Yeah,
that?
It's like normcore basically. Yeah,
dadcore.
And my pits just nonstop stink. I'm that old guy too. Like remember when we used to spar like an old guy at the gym? You're like, God damn, that guy stunk. That's me. There's nothing I can do. I swear to Christ, there's nothing I can do.
The amount of sweating you do as an old person, just in general,
it's
is
brutal.
Like, man. Like I did a thing today. We had to go over to like a giant online retailer here in Seattle. Leave that to your imagination. And we're crammed in this little conference room for like 3 hours.
Brutal.
And by the end of it, I was like, I am so sweaty. I haven't moved, and I'm just sitting here. It's the air in here is like so stifling. And it's like, I don't want to check, but I don't think I'm pitting out, but I might be. It's just like, I wake up in the middle I don't know about you, but I'll wake up in the middle of the night sometimes. You're like wake up to take a leak in the middle of the night. And you're like, it's like peeling yourself off the mattress.
Yes.
It's just like, God, I'm so sweaty.
And it's like, what am I
doing?
No matter how much of a blanket's on top of me either. It's like,
literally
just
nothing.
Down to a sheet. What is going on here?
We had to buy a new mattress. Did I talk about this on the show? Like, our 10-year-old, literally Christmas night. It's Christmas Day. No. We get to Christmas night, and she was like doing okay, but you could tell it was like a little bit off. It was like, oh, what are you doing? It's like, oh, I've been in my room. I'm like, okay, like maybe she's just tired. It's like kind of overwhelming day. And then I don't know what time it was. It was like 9:00 at night. She like throws up everywhere. She's like she goes in to like see my wife, and she's like, I'm not feeling that well. And like she lays in there, and then she just throws up everywhere on our bed. Like a massive like pool of vomit.
That's game over, dude. Kid vomit, no way.
Yeah.
It's so sour.
in whatever we've been eating, like
Sure.
just, it's like,
But just-
sugar and whatever, Christmas dinner and all that stuff that night. So like, the focus is like clean her up, make sure she's okay, and then come back to the bed. And it's like, well, that mattress is
Gone.
fucked.
It's
Like even we had like a
fucking
protector on it and stuff.
It's
it was
gone.
like, it was such a pool, and it was an old mattress too. But this is kind of a long walk for the punchline on this. But
Did you just
dinner-
spray like lighter fluid all over and just go and just let it?
I used like
burn?
a hot water extractor we have for the
Oh, yeah.
carpet, and like did that, and then we like flipped it over. But it was like,
I thought it was just like it was just like Night of the Living Dead, where you just like lit it on fire and kicked
No.
it out the front door.
well, what's going on over there for Christmas? I don't know. No, but it was like, well, I had been pushing to try to. It was like we've had this. Like I don't know
Yeah.
if you ever.
We just went through this, like, I don't know how-
Anytime you Google, like, how long does a refrigerator last?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
you should replace it every 6 years.
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
like you always
You're
read
like,
these things,
what?
like, how long's a mattress?
Yep.
And it's like the mattress life is like 10 years, and ours was definitely older
Yeah.
than that. So it's like I've been kind of pushing, like, hey, it'd be kind of cool to get a new mattress this year, and the wife was like kind of indifferent to it. But after this happened, I was like, we got to get a new mattress. This is like this is not tenable anymore. So we go to mattress shopping. This is where I was going with the what we were talking about before. Like anywhere we went, the question they get, like, are you a hot sleeper? Like,
yeah.
do you sleep hot? You sleep, and it was
I
like,
live hot,
yeah, a lot
bro.
of guys. It was always asked to me. It was never like to Amanda. It was always like, "Are you a hot sleeper?" Because it was like, oh, there's a lot of like, and they're like, this one's good for heavier people or hot sleepers. And it's like, oh, there's a lot of heavy people that just like sweat a lot. And I definitely will wake up, not all the time. There's definitely times I wake up and just a sweaty mess.
Yeah.
And then the disturbing part is you go back to sleep sometimes, and you wake up in the morning and you're not sweaty. You're like
Weird.
fine, and you're like, how like, and the nights I don't wake up, what sort of like. What sort of like American Werewolf in London transformation am I going through?
Yeah.
And then coming back and be like, yeah, what happened? No, I'm fine. Nothing
yeah.
happened. Like, oh my God, you sweated a bucket last night.
Yeah, it is true. You like wake up in the middle of the night if like something wakes you up or you're going to pee or whatever it is, and you're just like, God bless, dude. Like I'm in a sauna. What is happening? And then you're right. Then when you wake up naturally in the morning, you're like,
my shirt's dry.
Everything's dry.
Everything's dry. Yeah. I feel fine.
It's like it goes through the. God. Yeah, you're right. It's like a transformation or a process. It's like, all right, guys, we're getting about ready to wake this asshole up. All right, cool everything down, get it back down, bring it down.
It's like Jekyll and Hyde happened at night or something.
Totally.
Like, some sort of creature took over. Yeah.
It's so true.
Mattress shopping, dude. Talking about old people stuff that like it's just overwhelming. Like it's
and you go on to the internet has ruined everything. You go on there and you search every fucking place there is about every new mattress and why this one's better and why that one. It's like Jesus Christ.
My entire YouTube feed was just like mattress reviews and like I knew way too much, and we went to like the wife usually likes to research stuff more, so I was like, well, we got to go try some places out, and we did all that. And at some point, even that she likes to like research before we're gonna get anything. There was like, oh, there's one more place we could go to over here, but we probably like like kids want to get home, they're hungry or whatever. She's like, yeah, I can't do another store. I'm done. Like,
and then you pick
so many.
One, you're like, that one was fine. That one place, I think we like that one the best. Get it. Bye. Done.
I don't. It's crazy to me. Like whatever society's done, that we've decided that mattresses are one. All these products are like, this will change your life.
Yeah,
oh,
right.
Man, you get this. You sleep. People wake up and sleep at night on this, and like, oh, I should have had this 10 years ago.
Yeah, they haven't. They stopped dreaming, and they slept in this bed, and they have dreams every night.
Guess what? Guess what? It's not going to change your life.
No.
It might be incrementally better. You might be like, oh, that was a little bit better. It's not going to change your life.
Totally agree.
If you've ever slept in a hotel bed and then slept in your bed at home, it's essentially the same thing.
Yep.
Like, yeah, it was different. It's not. None of this shit is life changing. None of these products are life changing.
Totally agree.
But the second thing, like somehow we've agreed as a society that it's okay to have a $10,000 mattress.
Yeah, right.
And it's like,
yeah.
When did this happen?
Yeah.
When did we decide that like, $10,000 mattresses are a thing?
Yeah.
And it's and it's like totally normalized or something. And and there's so many of these stores. It's like, who's buying all these fucking?
That's what I want to know
$5,000
too.
to $10,000 mattresses.
Like furniture.
I bought a mattress like I think our previous mattress we bought in like 2007, and we got a new. This is I don't know. This may be disturbing for some people.
Yeah, I know.
But
But
another new one in 2024. What is that? That's like 17 years. Or something like that's probably a little too long. But like,
because you go to bed, you
who's
don't
buying
think about it.
$10,000 mattress every few years?
Unless something goes wrong with it, you don't really think about it. Like it's getting a divot over here, and no matter if I move it this way, there's an ass divot. Time to get a new one. But outside of that,
time to get go buy a $50 pillow top from Amazon.
Yeah, that's
and throw
true.
that
That's
thing
the
on
other
top,
thing.
and
Yeah,
you just like
put that on,
extend the life. Like it's like
furniture. Furniture, I get like because it's it's. Do you want it for comfort? Do you want it to be aesthetic? Do you want it to like there's. But like a mattress is just
furniture has actually
sleep
gotten
on.
cheaper. Like there's Wayfair and something. And there's cheap mattresses you can get. But somehow the norm, like, you don't want one of those cheap mattresses.
No, of course.
You spend a third of your life in bed.
What I'm saying is the amount of furniture that's available and the various prices and how many stores are available. I get that because it's like styling and all these various things.
I see what you're saying. Yes,
a fucking mattress. You drive by places where there's just these like random mattress stores in a strip mall, and you're like, how do you exist?
I don't know.
How are you operational? Like, it just was weird to me.
No, it's and the number of them and new ones are popping up all the time, and like there was it's.
Well, and then even
it's
like
completely overwhelming the amount of like the options that you have, and then the don't even get me started on like when we actually picked a mattress, and I won't even say which one it is because I don't want to like I don't know even giving them like any airtime would like, make me angry.
Yes,
but like when you go to price it, like. Oh, if I click this link and go in, I get this price. And I click this other link and go in, I get a completely different price. But I'm pretty sure these are the same mattresses, but the description is one word different.
Yes.
But they have the same picture, but then like, let me try this online chat with this guy on the site. Oh, he gave me the same thing for a third price. And they're all like,
oh my God.
It's crazy, dude. Like, it was like, I was like, and at some point when they deliver the mattress, like, I don't even know if that's the one we ordered. Who gives a shit? Like,
yeah, right? It's true.
They could have just delivered the cheapest one. Like, fuck it. Just throw it in.
How would you know?
Yeah, I'd have no idea. I have no idea.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing is I swear every year there's some new company that is like the one that's being pushed on social media or something, right? It's like it was Casper, then it was like green tea or whatever the fuck these things are, and they're all just like this is the most amazing thing because of this, and you're just like, well, it kind of sounds like that other one. And is there a difference here? What's the difference? I don't. Okay,
they're
like,
all the same.
It stays cool.
They're all going to
be
change
cool.
your life.
It's and then you get into the crazy shit where it's like, this side independently will go up and down, and then it's like this can be cooler and this one can be warmer. It's like fucking McDLT of goddamn mattresses here. Like what?
Yeah, I will say that this part was actually delightful of the mattress shopping because we did it kind of over like one weekend. We're like, okay, by Sunday night or Monday, we're just gonna like pick one of these things. We're gonna go like to some on Saturday and some on Sunday, right? And just like make our decision for Christ after that. Like you remember this, like when I was like 10, 11, 12, my parents were building that and they built that house.
Yeah.
And so like every guy, there was no internet.
Yes, I remember you and Blaine hid from me one time when I came down there to see what was going on.
But like
you guys hid
every
from me.
weekend we were like in Linwood or Woodinville or someplace like looking at carpet or looking at
fucking travertine.
Like when you buy a house, and probably anybody who's ever
countertops,
remodeled, anybody who's ever remodeled or bought a house, there's like a billion choices you have to go through, right? Paint and outlets and lighting and all this stuff. So
and trim.
So it was like, it was like constantly in those types of stores at that age. And like our kids have like, they're fucking instant gratification generation.
Yeah.
Literally had never like suffered through any of that stuff in a moment in their life. So it was like, we're going to go to these mattress stores. Like, well, we're just going to drag the kids. Like, I had to do this when I was little. I'm sure they're going to hate it. It's going to be like, they're going to complain, whatever, but we just got to get this done. And we went, and they fucking loved it because they would go into these mattress stores and all the mattresses had like those adjustable, like sides where they go up and down like a medical bed. And then there's like some of the stores have like chairs that are also like relaxing chairs that go up and down and vibrate and do massages. So they would like when they first got to one, like, we don't want to go in there. And then we literally have to be like dragging them out. Like, we are leaving. We have to go to a different store. Like, we want to stay. It was like, this is actually kind of funny. Now it's like they got to experience
something so different than the norm.
Yeah, something like going to a. I will say in general, like there's not, most of the time, like malls are dead except for a few, but like if our kids are enamored by the mall. They're just like, what is this?
Kids
crazy
are kids.
They love it. They love it.
Yeah.
We went to Bell Square like over the holidays, and then like the next day they're like, "Can we go back?
I know.
We want to go back."
Yeah. Trust me. I mean, me going into Bell Square, I'm like, God damn, this is what a thriving mall is.
It's crazy.
it's
not just thriving. It's like thriving. Like barely describes it. It's
bustling. I don't.
Yeah,
even...
it's a goddamn downtown Disney of malls or something. It's crazy. Yeah.
Christ.
Anyways.
Oh boy, brother.
Yeah, no man. Before we even hit record, we were complaining about movies and special effects and things like that. That's a whole nother episode right there. But
I can tell you a coworker went to the press screening of Madam Web.
I heard that is
last
just
night.
The early reviews of that is just like, it looks terrible.
I
couldn't even sit through the trailer for it. I was like, oh, it's one of these movies where they keep like that's a whole trope now. Like the Groundhog Day thing. Like, let's do it again. You gotta try. Like everything's like a video game. Like Run Lola Run or something.
Yeah.
When like Run Lower Run did it, it was sort of innovative, but that was also like 1998. So
yeah, I just love like sometimes trailers comes out and I'm so offended. I'm like, the ball's on you to put that in front of me. How dare you? I mean seriously, it's just like, what the fuck is happening? And so get this. So and I'm trying to, how do I put this in a way that, there's certain providers that reach out to media, right? And it's basically like, hey, we have a showing, and it'll be various different. It'll be like, we have tickets to give away, or we have press screening, or and sometimes they'll get creative and they're like, this isn't a press screening, this is a fan screening. They do all this crazy shit.
Oh, right.
So, one of my coworkers was like, boy, I didn't get anything for that Madam Web thing, and that just looks like a turd, and I kind of want to see it because it's going to be bad, right?
Yeah.
And so they reach out and they're like, "Oh yeah, we've actually got one. We're only doing one," and it's one day before the movie comes out.
Ooh.
And you're embargoed to not talk about it until the 24 hours before it comes out. So it was basically like I forget what it was, like Monday night, Tuesday at a certain time you could start talking about it, and then Wednesday it comes out.
That's crazy. They definitely don't want any early word coming out at all. Yeah.
None. And it's wild. And the stories you hear about all the stuff that Warner Brothers is just outright canned, that was happening where it was like, oh, it's a write-off. The latest is, this
I saw that, like a Wile E. Coyote versus Acme movie with like Will Forte and John Cena and some other folks in it and stuff. They're just gonna delete it. They're just just for the tax write-off.
Yeah. And I guess the filmmakers have actually got them to shop it around. Like, okay, we understand you don't want to release it. Yeah. Shop it around to some of these streamers. And I guess Warner Brothers had a price tag. It's like $80 million if you want this on your streaming service or whatever. And it's like, and they would negotiate with no one. So it's basically like, if you don't give us this price, that's fine. We're going to go and delete it and get this insurance money or whatever it is, or however that works. Cause they're
just taking a loss on it.
Yeah.
So they can just use it to offset any probably their their Barbie and Oppenheimer profits for the year or something. Right.
Right.
Yeah.
What
a crazy thing. It's the second time they've deleted a movie.
Yes.
Because the other time was the Batgirl movie, right?
Yeah.
The rumor was that the CEO or whoever's doing this at Warner hadn't even watched it. Just making a call we're
which one? The Coyote?
The Coyote
one.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. Hadn't even seen it. That was one of the things I read. Yeah.
This streaming shit is just wacko to me. Because now you're getting all of them okay, we're doing bundle stuff. And even streamers that aren't, this most recent one was we're doing a sports bundle. So it's going to be ESPN Plus, TNT Sports, Max Sports, and it's like Disney products, Warner Brothers products, and I forget what else. I can't remember if I don't think Paramount Plus is in there, but it's like you can get this sports streaming bundle that are all these companies that are competitors, but we've all come together to offer this bundle of. It's like that's fucking cable. What are you talking about?
It's definitely going back. That's like YouTube TV or any of these things, right? Like it is straight up like it's as expensive, and there's all the add-on package. It looks like the traditional like back in the day cable bundle.
It's wild.
Yeah,
I just and then this I guess I don't know. Like these guys are smarter than me. I guess maybe I don't know, but like. Talk about running brands into the ground now, too. Like, HBO does that even matter anymore? Like, let's be honest. I mean, they took it off of the HBO Max. They made it a part of this Max thing that is just, it's just a dumpster of, like, whatever IPs they have. So it's like Discovery, reality Discovery shows, like, and you got to sift through all that nonsense. You're like, oh, I guess there's an HBO tap. I mean, it's like, what? I just don't get all this shit. It's so overwhelming, and so much of it is just garbage. Whereas there used to be like the prestige television. Can you give me a streaming service that takes all of the prestige, good quality TV shows and like make a deal, broker a deal with all these places that have it? I don't know if there's a good one on Prime, if there's a good one on Netflix. And put them all in one place, like critically acclaimed, whatever genre you want. I will pay the money if you could just aggregate them or whatever in one place.
At what point, like, it's definitely trending in a direction. I know that they all want that. This was like the writer's strike, right? Like, and radio got their way ahead of time where it's like robo stations where it's like, oh, let's just take the humans out of it. At some point, like, there's some, like, Disney's going to be like, here's our robo station that just has, like, can run a 24-hour like completely new and original cartoon that you've never seen before.
Yeah,
like,
right.
You know what I mean? Like, and they just like, they're like, let the robot do it.
It's real-time processes, like real-time creating it, right?
But like, I mean, like they can't be that far behind like what radio has done, right?
No.
It's funny. So if a mutual friend of ours that you and I know, like both, she just left her job and went to work. I guess I'll just name it because I think that what they're doing is kind of cool. But at Sirius and Sirius XM, and Sirius XM, the whole thing is like they are still human curated and content. Like they're not choosing like Gen AI or robobots or whatever to like. Here's your list of like play a bunch of songs like this, and then they let some robot go through and pick a bunch of stuff that sounds like that. It's like literally still like DJs and people like curating the stuff and like have a human touch to it, and that's why the woman that we know like went over there. I mean, I was like, that's actually, I wonder if that's like the new sort of like, I don't think they'll, maybe it will catch on or whatever. Maybe people don't even give a shit anymore. No. But is that like the new, like, oh man, no, this is like a mixtape. Somebody actually put this together by hand or something. Is that like the new? Yeah, it's like thing?
Like a local farmer's market. No, like just go and get this like, these local people that cherish what they're doing and put
it's like, you can do Spotify, which is just like the robo Gen AI thing, or you can like go over here, the farmers market. That's a good way to put it. Handcrafted. I don't know, man. It's so funny. Like I was telling you before that if listeners are still listening to this, God love you. The movie Rabbit Hole. And speaking of the movie industry, this guy's got like on YouTube. I don't know if he's got other videos, but he's doing this like 4-part series where all these like actors and studios are really pushing like on that Gen AI and handcrafted thing. Like there's no CG in this movie. It was all done for real in the camera, and it's like Top Gun and the Barbie movie and all this stuff. And he just basically breaks down. It's like, no, it's really obvious that like here's what they did, and here's how you break down the shots, and like it's. He's not like really for or against CG. He's just kind of saying like, no, this is like, and he's actually even like, what is CG anymore? Like, what is a visual effect? Because it's like, the lines get really blurry.
Right. Because we're talking about adding something digitally in the background.
Like or what if somebody's like held up by cables and they digitally erase the cables?
Right.
Is that CG
Is that
or not?
CG or not? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they shot it in camera, but they just erased the cables. Like, so there's some. It's pretty interesting. That he's obviously like from the industry and his breakdown, but it's really funny how these studios have like it must be some weird selling point. I don't think any like Joe Blow movie person cares, but like the studios care enough that like he pointed out that like even behind the scenes footage they're altering to make it look like they didn't use CG.
That's wild.
Which is crazy. He's like he was showing behind the scenes stuff of Barbie where it was shot on a green screen stage, but in the behind the scenes footage, they had overlaid like what looked like a set. But he's like, you can clearly see the green outline. And here's another picture from the same thing where it's obviously it's a green screen stage, and they redid it for the behind the scenes, like on the DVD or whatever. And it's like that's bonkers. Like that whole industry is just like has an identity crisis or something, right? Yeah,
totally. One more thing. As I'm sitting here, I've got something that I'm angry about here. Just
great.
in the studio. So we have TVs around here that are constantly like on various channels or whatever, and one that's always on is like Fox Television, you know, and I know I've mentioned this before, but the amount of these goddamn game shows right now is insane. This writer strike bullshit. I mean, there was enough of them before, but. Like there's one playing right now where it's Rob Lowe and it's like called The Floor. I don't know if you've seen this nonsense.
The Floor.
It's a game show. I don't know. I can tell you you have a bunch of people standing on the floor. I don't know what they're doing. It's muted right now, but before this was Name That Tune, and it was this whole.
That was always like I remember watching the reruns of that, and it was like the original one was like the most insanely hard show you've ever watched in your life. It was not enjoyable for a kid to watch at all. Yeah.
But now all of these have to have celebrities on them, right? So it's like this celebrity and this celebrity are playing against each other while this celebrity hosts it, and this celebrity plays the music. And then the whole show is you're just watching them have a good time doing it.
Oh, yeah, where they're just like yucking it up.
Yeah, and it's
That's very like the 80s. That's like the...
Oh, yeah, it's like Hollywood Squares or something, right?
Yeah. Like Shadow Stevens was just yucking it up with everybody.
But, I mean, even then, it's like they became known because of that stupid game show. But I got Rob Lowe. I've got like... And it's like a revolving door. Like this week, it's... one of the ladies from Destiny's Child that's not Beyonce. Here she is playing for something, and you watch it, and I'm watching it here. It's muted, so and it's just the way it's edited and the way it's like, look at the crowd. The crowd's dancing. All the celebrities are dancing. It must be the best time to go and watch that being recorded and produced. I promise you, it is not. But
I do really enjoy in terms of game shows. Somehow over the summer. Our kids, I think we were on vacation. It was like one of those like turn Netflix on in the hotel room, and we started watching The Floor Is Lava as a family.
Oh, yeah.
And it's on Netflix.
Yeah.
It got kind of old after a bit, but like the first like 3 or 4 episodes of that you watch is like that's pretty entertaining. Just watch people just like eat shit.
I was thinking the other day, while this stuff, I was like, if you're gonna do celebrities or whatever, like make it cool, like. Name whose herpes sore this is, or whose balloon knot this is, or like what's like show me something that I've not seen before. Come on, this is like I was just thinking, whose hemorrhoid is this? Oh no, that's got to be Wilford Brimley. No, it's got to be Wilford Brimley's. No, turns out it's Rob Lowe's or whatever. I don't know. That's just my idea. You know what? You guys can have it.
That's you like
you listeners out there can have it.
What is he saying? Boogie Nights. And what I like lollipop in my mouth and a stick of butter in my ass. That's me.
That's just me.
That's just me.
But you can have these great ideas. We've always said on this show, take all of our ideas that we throw out here and use them. Really. Name that hemorrhoid.
Oh, well, you could have what was the thing in the news for a while when they're doing the bikini sense, an anal cleft?
Yeah, right.
Could you show or not show the anal cleft? I couldn't keep straight.
It was
like what the state of Washington was saying was the law.
It was okay to show the anal cleft.
Okay.
Is it
okay.
cleft with the T?
I think it was cleft. Or is it clef? I don't know.
Well,
I mean,
heard
it on like the radio.
I mean, what is a cleft palate?
I guess it'd be cleft.
Yeah, I
right?
think so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have no idea what cleft is.
It was okay. I guess
I should Google what even what's the definition of cleft?
I don't know.
In front of you?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't, and I wouldn't want to. I don't. Well, I guess cleft isn't that bad to be searching.
No.
Cleft of the anus would probably be not a good thing to be searching for in my place of work. Yeah, I think it was okay.
You're just researching a news story on
that's
bikini
true.
baristas or something.
If I remember correctly, I think it was okay. I think they came, as long as there's like a little strip of fabric covering up the starfish, whatever's peeking out the sides was okay. If I remember correctly on that whole law that has been created because
we've come so far as a society.
We really have.
Look at the progress we've made from Victorian times where they had to wear like gloves and long sleeves. I feel like what
You're
we
serving
did it.
coffee.
We did it.
It's okay to show your anal cleft. That's totally cool. Totally cool.
Oh my god.
My.
It's over. It's all gone.
It is all gone.
You know that the adult thing. Sorry, there was one other thing you were mentioning earlier. Like I have this like text thread that's kind of like us with some other folks at work. That's just mostly us, just like complaining about stuff or like sharing stupid TikTok videos or something. But one of the women in the thread was like, she's like the amount there was something about like, I don't know, taxes or stocks or stock options or something with like something like along those lines. Like, and her response is like, the amount of shit that you're supposed to know as an adult is out of control.
Yeah.
Like the stuff that you're supposed to know backwards and forwards is just like, it's overwhelming what you're supposed to like be an expert in. I was thinking about this, and I don't know if this happens in your industry, definitely like, cause I'm like doing tech industry, but the amount, my response is like, I was thinking about this the other day, it was like the amount of like flavor of the month fad tech bullshit that we have to like be like experts in and know backwards and forwards, and everybody's always trying to like stump each other. Like I'm the smartest person at whatever Gen AI or NFTs or blockchain or whatever the latest thing. I was like, I don't think our parents had to deal with this bullshit. Like I think my dad literally didn't learn. He learned one thing in like the 80s, and then he just like continued doing that same thing for the next like 40 years.
Yeah, I
right.
Think,
he did not like go like, what's the latest trend? And like he was like, he would go to a bank, he would get a loan, they'd put sticks and bricks in the ground, and then he would sell those sticks and bricks to somebody else, and then he would repeat it. There was like literally no new mousetrap there, right? Like meanwhile, we're like chasing our goddamn tail about like, oh, it's got to be AIML or NFT or crypto or whatever. It's like, oh my god, I picked the wrong goddamn industry.
Yeah, it does feel like there was like from like 1900 up to like through the 1980s, it was like kind of, my dad's a tax man, or he's a
tin knocker,
or
whatever.
Yeah. And of course within the industry there's some sort of innovation or whatever, right? But it didn't come that quickly. It just seems like
it's really evident when you just mentioned your LG washer, but if you ever have a repair guy come to your house, those guys are still like old school.
Yeah.
And I had my fridge. I don't know if I ever talked about this on the show. We went through like 6 months of not having a refrigerator and trying various repairs. And at some point I was like pot committed and was like, well, we can't buy a new fridge. We got to like keep throwing money at this thing until we can like revive it. Like I don't even know where my line is.
Yeah.
But, when those repair guys would come, every one of them would be like, these goddamn things today, dude, they are more goddamn computers. Like, don't get anything with a screen in it. Don't get anything with like, they would just like tell you all this shit. Like, this stuff does not last. None of these things, like, they're just throwaway appliances. And like, ours is older. So he's like, yeah, you got to keep this thing going. Right. This is a fairly simple one. Like, we can fix this. And it's really funny. It's like, and for those guys, you could tell like that sort of like, I don't want to learn basically like, I don't want to learn like basic computer networking skills to be able to fix refrigerators. Right. Like I'm just an appliance guy. I want to do like simple mechanical shit.
Again, I'll say it till I'm fucking dead. But like the second you have to do firmware updates to mix sugar and water, like with those stupid, freestyle machines or whatever that they have with soda. It's like, we don't have soda right now. We're doing a firmware update. It's sugar and water. It's literally been made since the 1800s. What are we doing? But it's funny you bring that up. I have a coworker whose dad runs, I guess it's like an appliance recycling service of some sort.
Oh, right.
And so there's certain refrigerators and washers and dryers that they will take and repair and resell and stuff like that. But he was telling me all the stuff that he's like, he's like, and I know this sounds like, American, whatever assholes, but he's like, those Samsungs and LG ones. He's like, if you try to open them to fix them, he's like, the insides are just sprayed with all of that foam, like that insulation foam.
Right.
And he's like, you literally can't get to half of the stuff. You'd have to tear all that stuff out to get to some of like the guts that are like a motherboard for this, that, and the other thing is like, you just throw away. There's barring, like replacing the entire door. Yeah. You just can't go in and repair things like, where he's like, there's some brands that like Frigidaire and shit like that where you can actually go in and repair them. But a ton of that stuff is just literally throwaway.
Yeah, that's basically what the dude was telling me is like there's so many onboard computers and stuff and things to fail that he's like you can't. He's like troubleshooting. It's impossible because you can't isolate what actually is not working. Yeah.
Oh Christ!
When you have a full like flat screen TV in your refrigerator door.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is a ton of that shit out there. I mean, I know it's when you first saw it, it was like, what are we doing? And now when you go and look at them, because we bought a chest freezer because again we have this little small one in our garage and it went out. Oh yeah. And talked to my buddy at work and he was like, oh yeah, he goes like those, and it's just like whatever no name brand Igloo from Best Buy, which is like, next year you go in, it's like, oh, that's not Igloo anymore. It's Best Buy's InSync brand or whatever it is, but that's the same bullshit we got. But he was like, he goes, I can tell you pretty much which part it is. He goes, it's either this or this, and he's like, it's not worth it. Trust me. He's like, I know I've fucked around with these at my dad's work because he's young and that's where he worked was at his dad's place. He's like, you could probably find this somewhere to order, but he's like, it'll go out again. Like once and I can't explain it, but he's like, once it starts going, this part, the stuff that's causing it to go, even if you replace that part, it's just like, once it goes, it's it. Like you're just kind of trying to what is it? What is that? Final Destiny. There's nothing you can do. Oh, right. You keep changing this and no. But when we were looking I was like, okay, I'll just replace it. This thing's dead. So I was going, and of course, when I got there, I was like, let's look at all these fancy new refrigerators because we might have to get one here pretty soon because ours is pretty old. And and it's like more often than not, they have some sort of screen on them. Like, oh, you can write a note here. Yeah. I can.
The number one thing those guys always tell me, like, don't get anything with an ice maker in the door.
Oh my God.
He's like, that's the number one reason we can like fix any of these things. Like, none of those ice makers in the door ever work.
Oh my God.
He's like, water in the door is fine, or water somehow in there is okay, but don't get the ice maker.
No shit.
Yeah.
There's just too much shit that just gets like fails and getting to it.
Yeah, I think they just like the grinding and the mechanics and they freeze up or whatever. But he's like, that's the number one thing we go out on. Yeah.
But how about the idea of like, now if you want to write a note, your kid can just.
Yeah, you gotta yeah.
What?
Just buy some Post-it notes. Save $1,000.
Yeah. All right, now we fucking did it. We actually did it.
Oh, we did.
We did. God damn it, we did it this time. So
there is like an old manism stuff in there though. Like it's sort of like I feel like there's another episode where it's like the maybe it's not the stuff that angers you, but the stuff you enjoy now as being an old man. Like I can like even looking around the room, it's like maybe some of the things we're describing here is why I like tinkering with this or that.
Yeah.
Or whatever, right? Because it's like it's not. There's no firmware to it or whatever. Mm-hmm. Right? Yeah.
All right, pal. Well, let's touch base in 2 months or so. Do another show, and good luck with all those trials.
My weights, my 30 days to bikini bod.
Yep.
I'm gonna get there, bro.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah, it'll be good. I'm looking forward to we'll go down. We can do like a Vegas trip, dude. We could go watch I don't know, some DJ at one of those pool parties, and we'll just be, because we'll have the new beach body, so we got to go show it off somewhere, right?
Yeah, that sounds great. I'll meet you there. You go ahead.
I just got to get this.
I'll be right behind you.
I'll be there, but I got to get this weird thing removed from my back, and I'm not kidding. I should get it removed. I don't know what it is at this point. So, but all right, brother. That's it. All right. Thank you, everyone. Until next time. See you.
Now, all of you, get the fuck out now before I get too mad to turn back.